Welcome to this week's episode of Finding Friends.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Christina. And today's guest is Michael Moeller of Kentucky Hop Water. Hi, Michael.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Is it morning?
Maybe.
It is.
Okay.
For
Well, it's
another
officially still morning.
17 minutes.
Good, because we're going to have some THC drinks, and I can't have any until afternoon. You know, that's a personal rule I have.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so let's start out with just getting to know you a little bit. You started this company. Can you hand me one?
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. Look at this can. Look at this. You've made this. Are you proud? Because
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, it's I love just hop water as a category, and then obviously like the THC space kind of grew and blew up rather over the last several years. So it's been fun to kind of incorporate both those into one product that I love, especially one that takes such pride in my own home of Kentucky.
So how many THC companies are there in Kentucky?
Oh, I mean, there's a whole bunch of brands. I would say that the first two in Louisville, the first one in Louisville that I can think of that really started taking over the space years ago was probably Hector's. Yeah, and they've done a great job building that brand. And then recently, the guys over at Cornbread Hemp who started off doing gummies as well, they've been really successful in their launch of the Cornbread Hemp beverages as well. And so this is kind of my part of the story too. I mean, the hemp infusion of the hemp-derived THC is important because that is quintessential Kentucky, and it's a story that is very deeply rooted in Kentucky's history.
I love that because, I mean, I've watched some of your TikToks where you talk about hemp in Kentucky, and actually I didn't know a lot of that myself. I grew up in a tobacco farm. But the hemp story, can you go into a little bit about that, the backstory, like what what drove you to research that part of the history?
The history of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a high overview. Hemp as an agricultural product was used for a lot of different things. Really in the 1800s, early 1800s, textiles, rope, paper. I mean, hemp was used exclusively across the country for so many of those kind of different products. There's a connection to cannabis. And as it turns out that they kind of, when they started outlawing cannabis, they kind of looked at hemp and they were just like, well, this is really similar, so we need to outlaw this too. But like most things in politics, sometimes there's some lobbying being done against certain industries. And so there were certain fiber and textile industries that were, or rather timber industries that were just like, hey, we want traditional paper and not hemp to be, used for different products.
So that's where the fight was basically.
A little bit, yeah. That, and
Like wanting to monopoly?
Basically, yeah. And then just similar, folks looking at hemp and think, oh, that's basically marijuana, so we need to outlaw that too.
I grew up using the hemp rope, making jewelry and stuff like that. I never knew it was like a
thing.
But then it wasn't until I think about 2018 when the Farm Bill was passed on the federal level that allowed for hemp and hemp products to become legal again. And some very smart people understood that there were ways that you could extract hemp-derived THC from the hemp product, from the hemp agricultural product, and put it as a legal dose into certain products, gummies, candy, beverages, as long as it did not exceed a certain volume.
Got it. And I will say I have had THC products in the past that confused me with the potency because it was strong. And I'm thinking, is this THC? Like it fooled me. And I don't know. I think do you think there's going to be changes in the future with laws around hemp, THC, cannabis in Kentucky specifically?
Well, in Kentucky, there already are. In early 2025, earlier this year, some changes already started popping up in the state legislature. As of June 1st, they changed a lot of the laws. but they're really specific to beverage. And I'll get back to that specification in a second. But basically, it used to be that you could have beverages, gummies of whatever milligram dosage, and they could be sold in bars, liquor stores, retailers, and didn't really matter as long as you were 21 or older, right? You used to be able to go to a bar and order a hemp-derived THC beverage and have that instead of a traditional cocktail.
I never knew that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that was a great time for for a few years. That was actually a really nice option, especially as more brands started coming into Kentucky and more Kentucky brands started popping up. It was nice to have that option. But now, as of June 1st, 2025, that is no longer possible to have those beverages on premise at bars and restaurants.
Why? Why do you think that is?
I have my own conspiracy theories, and I don't want to throw any industries.
Please share.
So I will say that the new law specified a few different things. It capped milligram dosage at 5 milligrams. You used to be able to buy things of 50 milligrams in Kentucky if you wanted to from like different liquor stores. I don't really care. I mean, 5 milligrams is fine, and I understand that even if you are a bar, it's probably best to have a low dosage 5 milligram product because you don't really know people's own tolerances because if you get a 25 milligram beverage at a bar, you might be over-serving yourself all of a sudden, and then B, you're probably not going to be even getting somebody to come back up for a second drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't really
One
care.
and done
It is whatever. It is what it is, though. So then they were just like, okay, but even at 5 milligrams, no more at all. Like you cannot serve this.
Wow.
If you want, you can sell it if you have a certain license, but even then it has to be consumed off-site. If you're a restaurant or bar, you're not wasting cooler space on something somebody can't enjoy there at your bar on that night. So now you can only buy it at, package retail.
Which is interesting because isn't the beverage community kind of moving into the space of non-alcoholic consumption?
Yes.
It's becoming very popular.
Well, and then I'll circle back to that as well. But notice I keep saying beverage.
Yeah.
Really, there are. That's what the whole law was specified for, was beverages. You can still go out and get a 50, 75, 100 milligram gummy.
Right.
Anywhere. Like, honestly, if you still have a certain kind of license, I mean, a bar, there's really nothing stopping them from giving you a 2.5 milligram, stevia packet that you can throw into something if you wanted to, or 5 milligrams.
They're just like,
This is specific
targeting
to
that.
beverage. And we're in Kentucky. And
Wink, wink.
there are some industries out there that are afraid of other beverages taking precedence.
am I allowed to throw out a guess?
Yes.
I'm guessing bourbon.
Yes.
No way, Katie.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, but-
I'm learning so much right now, honestly.
But let's truly talk about this. You don't have to say anything, but I will say the bourbon industry, with the tariffs in Canada, they're losing money. The trend in bourbon across the world may be on a downswing. Not saying bourbon isn't great. I love bourbon. I'm the first to say that. I consume it. I love it. I'm from Kentucky. I'm proud of it. However, I understand that people are concerned because money is what makes the world go round in this case. However, it's isolating business as well in Kentucky. And your Kentucky business and other Kentucky businesses are just as important. So who's the decision makers that kind of sway it one way or the other?
Yeah, I mean, there are certain, guilds and lobbyists out there that are more than happy to kind of fight for their right. And there's a coalition on the hemp side that's starting to gain some traction, both on the federal level and on the state level.
What's the name of it?
That's the thing. They're different. There are so many different ones now,
there's
but
different.
the Hemp Alliance, and I'm not going to pretend that I know all of them actually,
Yeah.
because I am very new to the space. So I don't
Okay.
want to
Yeah.
say that I'm an expert on this specific subject.
Sure.
I love Kentucky. I love Louisville. For so many years and decades, we have hung our hat on bourbon and horse racing.
Yes.
And I rightfully so, right? I do believe that over the last decade specifically, as other industries are trying to grow, those old school industries are looking at it out of fear and saying, hey, you can't do that because we'll do X, Y, Z.
Right.
And it's too bad because like there are opportunities that are being missed right now because we're afraid to we as a community in Kentucky, we as state legislatures, we as governors and mayors are just kind of afraid to kind of give it or kind of oppose those prevailing forces.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I mean, I was involved in the beer and spirit space for a very long time. On the craft beer side, I mean, at one point, we probably had or have still to this day, maybe around 90 breweries throughout the state. And I'll be honest, sometimes it felt like the state just didn't care.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, for example, and I'd love to talk about this story. So talking about, how hemp was big in Kentucky in the 1800s. You know what else was big in the 1800s? The Kentucky Common beer style.
What is that?
It is a dark cream ale, and it is one of 2 indigenous beer styles to the United States. So what that means is every other beer that you've ever had, an IPA, a Belgian, a lager, whatever, they all originated as recipes outside of the U.S. There are 2 recognized U.S.-based recipes. One is the California Common, one is the Kentucky Common.
That's so cool.
And in the 1800s, way before Prohibition, of course, something about like 90% of this region of Louisville and beyond, their beer of choice was the Kentucky Common beer. A couple different reasons for that. One, it's because it was cheap to produce and it was also quick to produce. You could have it from fermentation to in your glass in like 8 days, which is a very quick turnaround for beer.
I'd say.
And I imagine like being made local too, it made it easier to get it.
So, and it was big. So like that style was being pushed out by a few different like legacy breweries here, like Fairs and Ertles, and they were being shipped out to places like in Wisconsin, Michigan. I mean, Fairs went all the way out to California at one point. So it was a very important beer style. And for a while there, we were trying to get this campaign going to name the Kentucky Common as the official state beer of Kentucky.
Yeah.
That had zero traction. I just think that the state legislature just didn't care.
Like they didn't want to draw attention to it, or that there already was a state beer?
No, there's no state beer. And actually, we would be the very first state in the country to have a state beer.
That'd be cool too.
It would be. And it's one that would be rightfully claimed because you could have the California Common as their state beer if they wanted to. But it's not like, there's a regional style like a New England hazy IPA, but that doesn't really belong to any one specific state.
It'd be more so just like the brand that belongs to a state that would make them be like, this is our beer of the state. But with Kentucky and California,
it's a beer style that's specific and important to the history and legacy. So like I tried my damnedest to try to get that story told in so many different ways.
Yeah.
And, I've even had people on the tourism side. I'm not even going to say if it was on the state or county or city level, but they just said, hey, other cities have beer. We're going to talk about bourbon. Like, okay, cool.
That's sad that they're just like, they don't have room at the playground for other people. Like, like make room.
Yeah, exactly.
Plenty of people out there that like to drink alcohol.
Yeah.
This may need to be a call to action to all breweries, all beer-loving Kentuckians. It's time.
Yeah. But point is, you're right. There is room at the table for all different types of beverages.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Including non-alcoholic beverages.
Which I really want to dive into because we haven't tasted them yet, and we want to taste them for the first time on camera, which is, are you nervous?
Maybe a little, yeah. Well, so I always preface it by this if somebody's tasting for the first time. One, so hop water itself. And before I even came out with the THC infused Kentucky hop water, for about 9 months, I had the original Kentucky hop water, which is not dosed with anything. It is literally just carbonated water and hops. 2 different hops are in it, Citra and Amarillo. The Citra is going to give it kind of like a citrusy taste, and the Amarillo is going to give it kind of like a floral, sometimes cucumber taste, depending on your own taste.
Let's try that.
When you say that, I'm curious though, because I'll be honest, I'm not usually a beer drinker.
Yeah.
Okay. So does that mean because it has the hops in it that it tastes like beer, but it doesn't have that alcohol part of it?
There's zero fermentation that happens. No yeast is involved. No sugars are involved. So 0.0% alcohol. So it's strictly just the hops that are used to flavor and used as a bittering agent in beers. So all the flavor that you're getting from this sparkling water is from hops.
Okay.
So the question I do ask are two usually. It's like, do you like beer? Do you like sparkling water?
Yes.
I love sparkling water. I'm not usually a beer fan.
Okay.
I can drink it. Is it my first choice? No.
But I'm curious now. Like,
Okay,
I wonder
you
if the
wanna
fermentation
break it off for
process, like
us?
that flavor that it would give it, is the part that's made me feel like.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Kentucky hop water.
And okay, are these the
Yes,
hops?
so that's a combination of different hops and water droplets.
I love that.
And also just looking at the can here, that's a picture at Red River Gorge that I took.
Oh, it's on the top.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't have my glasses on, but that is so cool.
is that
you
like
took
from
that and it's
the
part of-
arch or something?
This
What's
is
that called? I've been there once.
this is Princess Arch Trail.
Princess Arch Trail.
That's really
Love
cool.
that. We brought her on straws. Hope you
Oh yeah, that's totally fair.
Kentucky's first canned hop water.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers. All right.
I've never actually seen somebody drink it with a straw before, so this is interesting for me.
I don't usually, but it doesn't taste like beer at all.
No, actually,
That's fine with me.
that is really, there's no,
There's the
it's like a natural,
it tastes more like the planty part of it.
oh,
yeah,
this is
herbaceous. Yeah.
Yes.
my
I love
type
that.
of sparkling water because
I was so nervous.
she was, she
I was
told
like,
me
I'm
earlier.
like, ew, I'm sorry.
She's
I would
like-
never do that. But
Still.
She's like,
it
what
would
if
be
I
really,
drive
I'm not a good
you
poker
even?
player.
No.
I'm not.
No.
This is really good.
What I really like about this, with other sparkling waters, especially with flavors, they have like a weird aftertaste, like a stevia type or, fake sugar
Artificial
aftertaste.
kind of flavor.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
This has like a nice natural, like
So to me,
I don't know. I don't know how to explain
it's
it.
like whenever I drink plain soda water, the
burn.
bite, the burn,
Yeah.
it has that, which I love. And then the flavor of it, it's like what you're saying. There's nothing artificial about it. It literally tastes like it's like infused carbonated water.
Feels like I'm drinking something healthy. And I like that.
I know, it really does. I'm like,
Very, very, yeah. So again, depending on what people taste on their own palate, I get a lot of citrus and grapefruit, and I think only tasted cucumber once, but some people do say that they taste cucumber in it. But you're right. It's
I taste the citrus.
no sugar, no calories, no alcohol, no caffeine. It's literally just hops and water.
And we can buy this at Evergreen Liquor.
This is available statewide at 90 different locations.
Okay.
Liquor barns. I mean, the liquor barns and Evergreen Liquors, and I've got a product locator on the website.
Oh, perfect. That'll make it
cool.
easy. This is amazing.
I can't wait to go up, back up home and see if I can find it up there.
Well, and it's really nice too because if you are having a crowd over, you could have this along with the alcohol, and it looks like you're drinking. I mean, it looks like you're drinking a beer.
Yeah, and I will say there's some some mental gymnastics that we're doing as a society right now. So with NA beers, which I like some of them, and they've gotten better over time. I feel like if you were to have join like a 9 a.m. Zoom call and you were to drink an NA beer, you'd still get like some raised eyebrows.
Oh, sure.
Like, oh, that's really interesting. Why are you doing that? Why do you feel like you need to do that?
Yeah.
Whereas with whatever reason, hop water as a category, you can drink this all day long
Whenever.
with
Yeah.
zero judgment.
Excuse me, it says water.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is great. Should we try
This is
this?
so unique.
Okay, while we're opening the other one, tell us about the process. Obviously, it is not easy to wake up one day and be like, I'm going to start this company and make it happen. And you had to find place to tell us your process because I'm not describing it perfectly.
Yeah. So, like I said, hop water as a category is something that exists. Like, it's not just me that just decided to make this thing. It exists. The two bigger ones that kind of came onto the scene that became kind of known nationwide, Lagunitas and Sierra Nevada, both. Lagunitas certainly early on. I think Lagunitas started distributing their hop water in like 2018. It was just kind of hard to find. And still to this day, people don't really have ever heard of hop water until maybe sometimes I introduce it to them. So I, like most, I feel like every single like NA brand founder has like the same story these days. So it's sad to kind of parrot that, but
There's only one you. There's only one Michael.
So it started after COVID.
Yeah. It's always the go-to.
Yeah, I was like, I was, again, beer and spirits background.
Yeah.
I'm not a sober person. It's still to this day, but I recognize that like during COVID shutdown, I was drinking so much.
Yeah.
Most of us were. Beers with Bashir,
Yeah.
For whatever reason, just after the shutdown period, just something in my brain just snapped and changed. Whereas I could not physically open a drink by myself at the house anymore. So for several years, like I just had a kegerator that
one way to do it.
I
Yeah.
have beer on tap, and then I was like, well, what am I going to use this for now? And so I just started kegging up my own water and making my own carbonated water.
Oh, whoa.
Very, very easy to do. It's just a CO2 tank and some purified water. But then once it came out of the tap, I would start flavoring it, Mio packets or like lemonade crystal packs or whatever I could do. And then, I was just like, oh, well, I mean, hop water is the thing that I like to get out of the store. That's not hard. So I would just start making some hop teas, which is literally just, steeping hops in hot water, straining, and then you mix that extract into your own, like just by the glass carbonated water.
Yeah.
And so I could get a few different, maybe like 5 or 10 glasses of hop water out of that little hop tea over the course of the next few days.
Whoa.
And so as time went on, again, I was still kind of doing a lot of beer stuff, and I was like, well, this seems something that would be fun to explore. I've spent a last decade plus of marketing and promoting other people's beverages. I know I want my own. I don't necessarily want to go into the alcoholic space because that's just so much red tape. And also I know I love you breweries. I would never open a brewery right now. terrible time. And the brick and mortar overhead, just couldn't do it. So yeah, I just started looking into how I could scale my recipe up. And eventually I started talking to the good guys over at Against the Grain. They're my brewery contractor. Oh. So they were able to take a recipe and kind of scale it up to 20 barrels at a time. I had an individual who I had met actually through a friend of the show, Jen Hartman.
We love Jen.
Yes. His name, he's a designer and brand strategist named Brian Ott. Shout out to Brian Ott. He was able to take the vague and abstract concepts of what this brand should be and could be and put it out onto, a nice stylized brand guideline, and then also created the label, and he knocked it out of the park. And then I do some self-distribution. I do some direct-to-consumer sales, but I also couldn't have done any of this without my distributor partner here in Kentucky, Beer House. And so they are able to take the product and, make it so it is available statewide at, like Party Source in Northern Kentucky and different places in Western Kentucky. So, yeah. So, yes, I'm very happy with the brand, but I'm just one piece of the puzzle. It's been fun to kind of work with these folks and kind of create this.
I mean, was it hard to describe what you wanted to so many different people and for them to really understand your vision?
I would say that thankfully the conversations I had with the brewers, they already knew what hop water was.
Yeah, right.
So it was more so the idea of just like right now trying to convince retailers and on-premise bars and restaurants. It's like, hey, you want an NA product, here's a local one. So it's working. So yeah.
I love that. Well, let's try this one.
Yeah. And so this is going to be the same hop profile, but just with the addition of hemp-derived THC.
How exciting.
I'm going to already spoil it a little bit for you. Okay. It's going to taste very similar, but you were talking earlier about how you like that kind of like bite.
I love it.
It's going to be a little bit more of a rounded out taste to it.
Oh, what does that mean?
So, I guess just to think about like if a bite is going to be sharp, you're going to notice that this is just not going to be as sharp as much as a bite. And you know what? I'll take a little bit. I'll take a little bit too.
Of course.
So whenever people say round it out, it's kind of like not as much of the bite from the soda water part of it, or you're saying like the flavor is that okay?
Relax in the bluegrass. That's what the back says. I can do that. Okay. Somebody's going to have to read the back
I'll read
because
it.
I don't have my glasses on.
I got you.
And I would like to read it.
Made with the same limestone-filtered water as our original, now infused with hemp-derived Delta-9 THC for a laid-back kind of lift. Still 0 calories, still alcohol-free, infused with Citra and Amarillo. Did I say that right?
Amarillo, yep.
Hops for a crisp bite that winds down easy, made to slow down, not to zone out.
Amarillo one morning.
Yep.
There we go.
Every single time.
Good old George.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, this is dangerous. It tastes a lot like the hop water.
Just exactly like it's me.
I could see myself getting these two mixed up on accident.
Good thing there's a color difference.
Good thing the label is different
Yeah,
enough for you not to get confused.
You have blue,
just in case the authorities are listening.
Just clean water.
Oh, right,
And then
right.
green.
That THC looks huge on there. That's and it's green. And
Yeah.
it's,
The blue is for water. The green is for the extra leafy stuff.
Well, could you imagine accidentally putting it out with, like, if you're having a barbecue or whatever, and be like next to the water because it says water,
I saw.
and your grandma picks up the.
It does say that, but I like to say that, you know, with the addition of the green and the hemp leaves on the in the water droplets there.
Oh, I didn't see those right away.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
And it does say THC on it twice on the very front of it.
if you look over, it's all over the place
it's
too,
all
because
over.
you
It's
have
all
you have
over.
to put it all over the can.
Yes, but Mama without her glasses.
You know, I went to a festival in August called VOA. It's a country music festival, and they had THC. It was, you know, where you could walk up and buy alcoholic beverages. They had a tent. I don't know what to call it. It was like kind of like a what do you call it? Like a shipping container that they turned into like their own little bar. You could do stuff like that since you can't do it like at bars right just yet. But I mean,
Are you able to sell at festivals still? Yeah.
So there's a festival
Oh, that was
exemption.
Ohio. So maybe the rules are different in Ohio.
So in Kentucky, again, there's that law that just passed. There's a festival exemption, but that ends on December 31st of this year. So starting in January, I don't think THC products will be available at festivals in Kentucky.
That was in Ohio. I didn't think about that. It was right. It's right there by
How can we get this changed?
lobbying.
We need a lobbyist.
Well, and then actually, so I'm going back and forth here because we talked about this about 15 minutes ago. But on the federal level, they're looking at that farm bill again, and they're saying, "Hey, we didn't mean for this loophole for people to get high as something that people could take advantage of with this farm bill." So they're looking on the federal level to roll back those decisions of that part of the bill, which would be very sad because that means that this product couldn't exist. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
So what's the difference between, I mean, I know the difference, but in the terms of the law, alcohol and say THC, you know, because there's 100 proof bourbon out there.
It'll knock you on your butt way harder than
Right?
THC.
I mean, have you ever tried Fireball? Or what is it? Rumplemint?
Oh yeah,
The
Rumplemint's.
Rumple- Let's not get started on that.
I don't care for that at all.
That product should not exist on the market, period. But what's the difference between something like this that, I mean, this is 5 milligrams. That's, to some it might be, you know, quite a bit, but just like 100 proof bourbon is quite a bit to somebody and not somebody else.
I mean that I don't know. I really don't understand the logic. You know, right now we're all just talking about hemp-derived THC.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not even talking about actual THC, and there are plenty of states that are legalizing it. Ohio being one of them, actually. I hope that on a federal level, all THC becomes available and legal. And certainly, if that happens, then hemp-derived THC should be as well.
Yeah.
When you were playing around with your initial, the keg thing, what is it called?
Kegerator, yep.
Kegerator. Whenever you were experimenting with that, were you using, I'm just curious, you talk about experimenting, Citra and Amarillo hops then? Or did you use like a whole bunch of different kinds of hops before you were like, landed on that?
I experiment with different kinds. Yep. And ultimately that combination was the combination that I liked. That's a good question. And that's the thing, like, because of that, I have ideas for future hop waters that involve those hop.
Different color cans.
Yes. And terpene flavors that will be, that will give these things flavor, but without adding any calories or sweeteners or anything to it.
I'm super intrigued.
Yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah, like Motueka hops, like I would love, so we're going into a little bit of a different territory now. The other part of this business is that, yes, it's so nice to be in charge of your own brand and just have that absolute power, but you do have to stop yourself occasionally. And like, yes, I could do 50,000 things next year, and it's not going to work out for me.
Like pace yourself kind of thing?
Pace yourself, because I have all these different ideas for different products. And that's fun. Like I could do that. Doesn't mean that I should do that.
Uh-huh.
I really want to do like a single hop Motueka hop water. That's just my own personal taste, though.
What was that
say that
word?
I don't know what that means.
Was that English?
Yeah, no, it's a hop variety.
Okay.
And like I would just like to do this is a combination of hops. I would just like to do one single hop and it'd be like that hop specifically. But that's only because like I like the hop, and I'm not sure if other people would, and I don't know if it would sell.
We could be your beta testers. Yeah.
But that's the issue. So it's just like what is something that you personally like to do, and what's something that it's like that. I don't remember the exact Japanese word for it, but it's essentially a Venn diagram of concepts. It's the idea of just like, what do you love to do? What will make you money, and what is
in between there? The overlap?
What is efficient, and then like something in that middle is what you should be doing.
I love that.
It's a good way to prioritize, and
it is a great way to prioritize. And to wrap up, where can people find you first? And then Katie is going to give you 4 rapid fire style questions. They're off the wall, and you just have to answer immediately so we can get to know you.
That sounds great.
Better.
I'm going to ask my own question first, though.
okay.
We opened these cans about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I had to set that
Relax.
down for a second because I felt something go through my head where it was like, I feel it's a relaxed feeling, but I felt a wave go through me. I was like, I'm gonna pick this one back up because I don't want to start talking stupid. Like, what if I be like, I got so chill right now, guys. Like,
I got cozy in my chair because I was just like,
it's very relaxing.
I could feel my muscles just kind of like relax. Not that I'm I am a tense person. I'm like full of energy all the time. And I'm like, my body's just nice and warm and
I felt
relaxed.
I felt the wave go through, and I was
That's
like,
a nice thing about the beverages. They kick in faster than gummies.
And truly, like I think I've only like drank that much. Like I
same. I have not had that much either.
And I'm getting nice and cozy in my chair over here.
Yeah, I definitely.
Was there anything else you want to speak about in this business or just in your personal life? Because I feel like we haven't really touched on Michael as a person.
That guy's boring.
That is not true.
I'm curious. So we initially started the whole podcast up, like friends kind of stuff, right? So with all your endeavors that you're pursuing, do you ever give, like, how should I word this? Do you have things that you do like to relax, or are you just like, I got to keep going kind of person? Like, do you have time like where you hang out with friends, or are you like, my friends are the people that I'm working with?
Yeah, there's a blurry line there, because I do feel like a lot of my friends are industry friends or friends that like are at bars and restaurants that I go to a lot anyway. So we end up talking a lot about industry stuff. Uh-huh. So it is really funny. Like I've made some friends in the running community, and so it is kind of nice.
You're a runner.
Yeah. So I would say like that's the main thing that I am.
Are you part of the Louisville Run Club?
Are you talking about the one that
I don't know. I see him on TikTok every week, and I'm like, I should probably do that.
I don't know. That's a nice. There's so many different run clubs, but I know that there is one here in Norton Commons on Sundays. I don't remember the name. Purpose Run Club, maybe.
Okay.
No, some other different run clubs in town though. I've joined and participated in,
Nice.
and so it is kind of nice to like go there and not talk about beverages or not talk about different like beer drama or gossip.
Beer drama. I think you need a shirt that says beer drama on it.
I already have a shirt that says Beer Daddy on it. I'm good.
Okay. That works. That works.
So yeah, to answer that one question, like, I would say I kind of relax by running although right now it doesn't feel like it's too relaxing because I'm training. I have a marathon next month.
Where? Which
Good
one?
for you.
Indianapolis.
Nice.
And so I love running when it's like 5 to 10 miles. That's like a really good sweet spot. Sometimes 13, but I feel like anything above 15, I'm just like, okay, this is like work.
So you know how to brew and make like regular beer too, right? Like you've done that.
I've done the home brewing thing before. I understand it. It's
But like like that was like leaning into then like you like regular beer too and stuff like that. Whenever you're training, do you drink beer?
That's a good question.
Because I feel like most people don't, but I feel like you seem like you could balance it.
yeah, I balance it. And actually that's, just from a fun little scientific standpoint is, if you go out drinking one night and the next morning you go run, I mean, your body is going to use that alcohol as fuel to burn. Now,
is it harder to run though with that in your system?
some of my best runs have been after a night of drinking.
I'm glad I'm asking these questions.
But that being said, that's not necessarily like a good thing for you as far as like for your own personal goals though, because your body is burning the alcohol before it burns any additional carbs or fats.
Okay.
So it's kind of a priority to burn that alcohol first. But to your question, I'm going to try. So my birthday is on the 17th this month of October.
Yay.
My marathon is on November 8th. I think after that birthday weekend, I'm going to just kind of like cut it out for a few weeks. Which in previous marathons I have not traditionally done, but I do have a time goal. So like I kind of want to try a little bit more than I usually do.
Yeah, you set a goal. You want to make
Absolutely.
it. That's awesome.
Well, okay. So where can our viewers find you? Socials, whatever you're.
Yeah, on social media, Kentucky Hop Water, pretty much across the board. There's a Kentucky Hop Water. We've been talking about TikTok a lot. There's a Kentucky Hop Water TikTok account. To be honest, I just have it there. I don't really use it. My own personal one is on there. It's Michael D. Moeller. And then as far as the products go, I've got a product locator on the website, which is just KentuckyHopWater.com. Right now, all over the state of Kentucky, but I do have a few different options if you're interested in purchasing it. If you live here in the Louisville area, I can deliver it to you. If
we get to see you on a weekly basis. This would be great.
Yeah, and then I also ship it nationwide too.
Awesome.
So a lot of different options.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great information. Okay, Katie, take it away.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
And this is rapid fire, so you just first thing on your mind.
All right. What's your favorite cheese?
Rapid fire.
Faster.
There's so many cheeses.
No,
I don't know why.
You don't understand. This is terrible for rapid fire because every year I go to Madison, Wisconsin for a beer festival, and every year I spend way too much money at this shop called For Imagination, and I bring back a bunch of cheese, and I make all my friends do like a cheese tasting.
That sounds
so
fun.
this is a very hard question for
You're
me.
like, I know so many more cheeses than you even could imagine. That's what he's saying.
It's a trick
honestly,
question.
just any like any kind of goat cheese, any kind of blue cheese.
Goat cheese is my favorite, especially mashed potatoes.
Did you say blue cheese too, though?
Yeah.
I would choose blue cheese over goat cheese. Okay. All right. What's your favorite place to go vacation? Or where it is?
I feel at most peace in the Southwest for whatever reason. I consider the Denver area second home. So whenever I'm in the Southwest, I'm just happier. I feel more familiar with the area. So I would say Denver area.
I have a cousin that lives in Denver. I like Denver too. It's beautiful. Have you ever been to Breckenridge? Side note.
Yeah.
I love Breckenridge. Okay. Let's see here. What's your favorite animal?
Ooh, I mean, my dog Riley.
Riley?
Oh, what
Specifically.
is Riley?
He's a 12-and-a-half-year-old border collie.
Border collie.
Yep.
All right. Animal?
Yeah, acts like a puppy, even though he's gray in the face.
Aw.
Yeah.
That's cool that he's still young at heart.
No.
Okay. What was your favorite subject in school? I wonder if I could guess.
Guess.
Science?
History. Oh, I was terrible at science. I was
Well,
terrible at math.
you're experimenting, like you're a scientist with the flavors.
I think I could have guessed history based on your TikTok.
That's fair. Yeah, you had the privilege of getting that homework in first. Yeah, history, social sciences. That's why I ended up studying a lot in later years too, in undergrad and grad school.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's finally so good to meet you in person and to taste these amazing drinks. And we are new customers for life. So thank you very much.
Truly.
And until next time, you're watching Finding Friends.
Bye. Thank you.